I'm Already Dead. Daybreakers. A movie about utilitarianism and atavism through the Gaia hypothesis. Daybreakers is a horror film from the early 2000s that differed from many of the vampiric cinemas that people were used to watching. In this movie, vampires are the dominant species that roam freely and the humans have to hide. Society's blood supply is at its last few drops, and with the blood substitute still in the works, mayhem and de-evolution appears. A man with the cure to vampirism is being hunted down, and the fight to regain a stable society begins. The Anthropocene, in my opinion, is an important topic that needs to be discussed among society more. In this vampiric film, it does just that, but not in the black and white sense in which we are used to talking about most things. Through cinematic metaphors, we explore how the Gaia hypothesis exists through atavism and then eventually through utilitarianism. Named after the Greek goddess of the earth, the Gaia hypothesis is the theory that the earth is a self-regulating organism. The earth has gone through many extreme natural disruptions, but in spite of it, still manages to manifest life and correct its environment in different ways. The Gaia hypothesis is presented in Daybreakers. The Earth, in order to correctly regulate itself, created a bat that started a vampiric disease outbreak among the human population. As humans, we cause irreversible damage to our planet, and as a defense mechanism, Earth created the bat to help eliminate its biggest enemy, us. Atavism is when an ancestral trait of a species reappears after having been lost through previous evolution. According to Dollo's law, a species is unable to return to its earlier stages. However, certain instances in science have proven that to not necessarily be true. This movie is a great example of atavism. In Daybreakers, when the vampires go too long without feeding, they begin to regress back to their once primal state. As you can see from the picture on the left, they gradually lose their human characteristics and start to acquire physical ancestral traits such as wings and claws. Utilitarianism is the justification of any action as long as it benefits the majority. Say if I have 5 hamsters and 2 of them are extremely sick. I could try to aid them back to health, risking the other 3 hamsters, or I could put down the sick hamsters, ensuring that the other 3 stay healthy. That is utilitarianism. In Daybreakers, the concept of utilitarianism is definitely demonstrated. In one of the movie's ending scenes, the government came to the conclusion that all Class 4 subsiders are to be executed. This decision was made to protect vampires who have not yet been subjected to this reverse evolution from being attacked from subsiders. Sci-fi and horror movies are no stranger to the topics surrounding the Anthropocene, whether you realize it or not. Movies like I, Robot and Underworld are filled with the same underlying messages. Daybreakers, as we have just learned, was no different. The Anthropocene, as I have already mentioned, is detrimental for us as a society to explore. We keep creating more damage to our Earth, forgetting that it will all eventually catch up to us. Although we cannot fix the damage we have already caused, we can learn how to not make it worse and stop humans from experiencing an early apocalypse. We have to stop hurting Gaia before she decides to hurt us back.